Hey guys, here's a review for the quiz today. There are 4 questions, so we'll just go through each one of the questions. The first question just gives you four problems, and they want to know what percentage of a number is. So let's say they want to know what 10% of 60 is. Well, we know of means multiply, so all we're going to do is go 10% times 60. This is where our calculator helps us out. So if I type into my calculator 0.1 times 60, I get 6. And then they might say, what is 1% of 60? So we're still multiplying. So we're going to go 1% times 60, and we get 0.6. Then they might ask, what is 0.1% of 60? So once again, we multiply 0.1% times 60, we get 0.06. And then they may ask, like, what is 0.3% of 60? So in our calculator, 0.3% times 60, 0.3% times 60, we get 0.18. Okay, so number 1 is just a multiplication problem. All right, number 2, let me erase this. Number 2 is talking about tax. So let's say at a dinner meal, all right, at a dinner, let's say the meal cost $25 and the tax was $2. I need to figure out how much the tax rate was. So to find the rate, I just take the tax, I divide it by the meal price. That will give me my answer as a decimal, and to turn it into a percent, I times it by 100. So in this case, my tax was $2, my meal was $25, and I'm going to multiply it by 100. So in my calculator, I just go 2 divided by 25 times 100, and I get 8%. Okay, so now that I know my tax rate is 8%, part B, so this was part A, part B is going to say how much tax is going to be on a meal that is, let's say, $60. Let's say the meal is $60. I need to know how much tax I'm going to pay. So I just figured out my rate was 8%, so I'm just going to go $60 times 8%. So $60 times 8% gives me 4.8, and it's money, so we'll add another 0, so the tax is $4.80. All right, that's number 2. Number 3 is talking about a bike shop. So let's say the bike shop has a markup percentage of 40%. And Andre wants to buy a bike that has a price tag, price tag of $150, let's say. I want to know what the wholesale price was. So this is the new price. The price tag is the new. I need to go backwards to find the original. So because I'm going backwards, I'm going to divide. So we always start with 100%. Markup means I'm going to add 40%. So 100% plus 40% equals 140%. So I'm going to take the price of the bike, $150, and I'm going to divide it by 140%. The price tag is the new price. I'm working backwards, so that's why I'm dividing. So 150 divided by 140% gives me a long decimal here. So let's just say 107.142. So the 2 is just going to keep that at a 4. So $107.14. Okay, that's part A. Part B says, if the bike is discounted, so let's say we're going to discount it by 30%, what's the new price? So we're starting with a new percentage because it's a discount. So we're going to go 100%. Discount means I'm going to subtract by 30%. So 100% minus 30% is 70%. So I take the price tag, the retail price of $150, and I'm going to multiply that by 70%. Okay, so $150 times 70% is $105. So that's going to be my answer. Okay, so on number 3, you have 2 parts, part A and B, or part 1 and 2 on the canvas it is. They're going to have 2 different percentages. Part A has its own percentage because we're talking about a markup. And part B has a different percent because we're talking about a discount. Okay, on part A, remember they were going backwards to find the original price, so we're going to divide. All right, and then the last question, number 4. It says, with a coupon, you can get a pair of shoes that normally cost, so let's say we have a pair of shoes that cost $90. But now they're on, with the coupon, you can get them for, let's say $75. What is the percentage of the discount? So to find the percentage, we're going to find the difference between the two. We've got to figure out how much money we took off. So the difference between the two, we're just going to go 90 minus 75, and we get 15. So we take the difference divided by the original, or the cost in this case, and times it by 100 to turn it into a percent. So the difference was 15. We subtracted the 2, we got 15. They were originally on sale for $90, and then we're going to times that by 100. So in our calculator, 15 divided by 90 times 100. We get 16.6666666666%. So we'll just round to 16.7%. Okay, and that's the quiz. Take it as many times as you want. Remember, it comes from a bank of questions, so the questions could change every time you take it. All right.